Beautiful morning, let's hit it. Okay, we're on. Doesn't feel massive. I will take it because it is a squid. She's not bad size. Quiet. Quiet. It says it's 4 knots. This is not 4 knots. This is 10 plus. Oh, floats under. So, look at that there. And she floats away. Let's see that. Oh, he's off. He's off. That was a good size one too. Right, that sun is just poking its head up, which is really nice. Because I am freezing. Hard work this morning. My anchor will not hold. This easterly is just blowing the yak all over the place. So it's supposed to drop off, they tell me. The forecast is good, but who knows. Got just the one already. Had a nice hook up on the float, but it got away. So. Okay, so we've had a quiet morning down at Seacliff, but I thought I'd take the opportunity just to do a bit of a session on a squid clean. For those that have been squidding and kayaking forever, you'll probably go, yeah, nothing to learn here, but I know when I started it was something that no one ever showed me how to do, so I thought I'd just do a quick run through of what I do with my squid. You can see I've already gutted, taken the head off. I do keep everything, I eat everything. I actually think the wings, these are actually the tastiest part for me. So yeah, I keep the whole lot, and I do most of the cleaning down the beach, so you can see it's a lot easier when I get home here. So first thing I do, just grab the tube. I've already taken the backbone out as well. I just get in under, so you can just see, if I show you in under there, I just grab in under that section, just put my finger in, and if you run down that side of the wing, what you'll find is it comes out pretty neat. So if I run all the way around there, go down this side, you'll see that's pretty much pulled all that wing off. And then I do the same with this one. So again, just under there you can see. That's pretty much taken most of that membrane off the entire tube, so pretty fast. And really all we need now, once I've done that, is just a quick invert of that, just to clean the inside out still. This part here, this is a bit that I used to struggle with a lot, so I found a little bit of a knack to do this, so hopefully it helps. But I tend to look for, I can just see at the end of the tube one bit sort of sticks down a little bit. I flip that bit down. You just need something, I'm using a knife, it's fairly blunt, but you just need something that's got a bit of point. Be careful if you use a knife that you do not cut yourself. And you can just see as I push that in there and roll it down, I can basically just invert that. So again, be very careful if you're using a knife, but I just basically roll that all the way down. You can see that's busted through there, but that's no big deal. And you can see now this is what we want to turn inside out, because we've got all this ink on the inside there still. So just a quick one, so you can see there, that is pretty much ready to hook up. Now what I do, I tend to take just that very front bit off there just to clean it up so I can get ditched, and then I go into decent size. There you go, so nice rings there. Just put them aside. Okay, with the tentacles, not much at all to do with the tentacles, so I tend to just leave the main candles down in half. I don't try and get any of that membrane off, that all stays on there, so it doesn't hurt if you do get a bit of that still left on. This one's not a huge squid, so looks like here I'll probably do it in about 3 different sections, but you sort of just keep them together, so when you cook them up, they're a nice little
gatherer tentacles there, so I might do 3. Maybe when this last one can be, no, we'll leave that. And let's make him in half. Okay. Okay, so that's it. Now back to the wings. Again, not everyone eats the wings, and this probably takes the longest, this bit, but same again. You're just grabbing that membrane. If you get a bigger wing, you're quite lucky. Sometimes it just really peels off. Some people prefer to do this at the beach. A bit of grit in the sand helps get it off as well. So, but yeah, just basically work that off. And I just give that a quick rinse as well. So that's probably good enough. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you've got those little bits of membrane there. I used to cut this section, the part where the wing attaches, I used to cut that section off, but I've found it actually cooks up fine, so I'll leave it on there now. And with these, I just cut them into small sections, so about yay big. And like I said, these are probably my favourite part of the squid when I cook it up. Now we'll just do this one. Okay, we'll just cut that off as well. Like I said, that probably took the longest part out of the whole cleaning of the squid, but well worth it, I think. Okay, that's all our good stuff, and then you can see there, all I brought home is that small little bit. If I've got a whole heap, you know, half a dozen squid, I'll put that in a little bag and freeze that up and take it down next time I go to the beach and feed it to the stingrays down there at Seacliff. So, okay, now it's time to put some oil on and prep this for cooking. Okay, so once you've got that in there, you don't need to let it sit any time or anything, just give it a coat. Here's the flour I've just put in here. I don't put any seasoning, salt, pepper, or anything. This is just plain flour. These Ziploc bags are handy when you work out how to use them. And just open that up, and because there's only one squid we've got here, I'm just going to go the whole lot in there. Okay, so once you've got all that in there, just zip it up and just give it a good old shake around. So give this a few good shakes just to make sure you get the coverage over the whole lot. You don't want any wet parts still, you want it sort of nice and coated. From here, I'll just bring it out. Just lay it around there, you can see that's nice and dry. So when that hits that oil, it's just going to fry up beautifully. As I said, don't leave this too long because it gets a bit claggy. And then it's sort of that steaming effect rather than frying. So that's basically ready. Once our oil is up to temperature, that's ready to go. Okay, so this has been fired up now for a good 15-20 minutes, and you can see that the little heat lamp's actually gone off. So that's an indicator that this temperature, the oil is up to temperature. So I don't need to, some people say test the oil, I don't need to test it, I know it's up. Obviously you've got to be super careful, you've got super hot oil here. And I've probably got about, I wouldn't do this all in one batch, I like to leave it like layers. So I just sort of roughly spread it around, and I'd look at this and say, let's do 2 batches here. So I just spread it around a bit on the bottom, you can see. It's no big deal if they're touching, they do separate. But you don't want them stacked too high on top of each other. That's probably good. Okay. Now, literally, in the oil we go. I give it a bit of a shake, and it's no more than 60 to 90 seconds, so I don't time it, I just do it by look and feel. I think the quicker you cook it, the better. And then we do a quick check in here. You can see already it's starting to go just that nice golden colour. So sorry about the lighting here, it's that time of day, but if it does start to spit, you can use your lid, cover, be safe. But I find with this type of oil and the flour, it doesn't spit at all, so it goes really well. A little bit longer, looking good, and I'm going to call that done. Like I said, a little bit longer if you like it that little bit darker, but you do risk taking away that tenderness that it is. So I just leave that sit for a little bit, get some of that excess oil off. You can even give it a tap on the side. Depending on how hungry the crew are, I just leave it there for a little bit. It does hold its heat quite well, so it doesn't go cold super quick. And just into some paper towel just to absorb up a little bit of that excess oil. But have a look at that, eh? This fella was swimming around only 2 hours ago, so it doesn't get any fresher. Bit of salt and pepper on top, and there you have it, the simplest fried southern calamari you could ever do. Like I said, he was swimming probably more like 2.5 hours ago, so doesn't get any fresher. Hope you've enjoyed it, guys. I'm gonna hit some of this up now. That is so good. Catch you next time.